Welcome to the Health Deli, your local stop for a fresh take on community health topics. Come on in, grab a number, and let the crew tell you about today's specials. All right, welcome back to the Health Deli. I'm your host today, Mark Young. With me in the studio today, we have an almost full crew. So to my right, I have Mike Klepser. How are you?
He's here.
Doing good. Why do you ask me that? You never ask how I'm doing.
Because it's season 4. It's a brand new season. It's a fresh start. I'm going to start to like you. Maybe.
Jeez, good grief.
I know.
I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now.
I wish I had an olive branch. I could hand it to
I'd
you.
stick it right up your...
Remember, your mom's listening. So
Sorry, Mom.
I got her phone number, and I will report you if necessary.
You know, and that's what I'm thinking is because of our interactions is why corporate sent these two fine young women in.
So we have 2 new workers at the Health Deli.
Well, they're not really workers because they're like management.
Well, yeah. I kind of lost the title of HR.
So. It's definitely sent them down as manager and assistant to the manager, and I'm not sure who's who.
Not sure.
But, you know, we obviously after 3 seasons,
Maybe
it was
we'll take
recognized.
turns.
Yeah, we could not be left alone.
I just signed up for a
supervision.
2-hour volunteer slot is all I signed up for.
Well, and then you got hired. Lucky you.
Didn't
now
even
you're
fill out an
management.
application.
Lucky.
To my left, I have Michelle Kelly. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Mark?
I'm fantastic. Thought you knew that. And to her left, I have Katie Exford. How are you?
I am here.
All right. And then across the desk, we have Andrew Tingley. He is mic-less at the moment.
Hello!
So hopefully you could hear that.
That sounded like a plea for help.
It did. Well, it was.
Is he locked in the cooler again?
He's reaching out. And of course, thank you to the Andrew Tingley and the whole team at the Health Deli Studios for providing this amazing spot and all of the production know-how that goes into making the Health Deli what it is. Ooh, nice. Like that sound effect. Thank you. So
Standing ovation.
before we get into the topic of the day, which is developing a wellness plan, we need to talk about season 4. I've developed a highlight reel, so I'm going to play that right now. These are the best moments, all of the great moments from seasons 1 through 3. All right. That was it.
Wow.
We didn't have a single one.
Not one.
Honestly, that was longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So, with that said, though, now that we have Katie and Michelle, we're going to have so many highlights from season 4. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too.
You sounded so convincing.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I'm still here. I might get fired, though.
Yeah. So, some changes for season 4.
I hate change.
We have 2 new hosts. What else do we have? Anything?
Why do you look at me like that?
God,
have a new
I'm teeing
intro.
you up for this thing called the Fresh Takes.
Oh, yeah, the fresh takes.
He's forgot.
Well, yeah, that's part of the dementia.
Write that down, management.
No, but because, some of the topics that we cover continue to evolve and be of interest, it's important to revisit them with new information. And I thought that we would give our little fresh takes, freshen it up a little bit.
Yeah, and be a little bit more time sensitive, a little bit more, what do you call that? I don't know.
Up to date.
Relevant. Yeah.
Yeah,
up to date.
you've never been relevant.
Never.
Nope.
No, still not.
No.
Also, we're going to add YouTube as one of our platforms.
YouTube. I love YouTube. Bono is awesome.
Oh my God.
He can't even use his hearing aids as a
Most of our listeners
excuse here.
probably don't even know who Bono is. He's amazing, by the way. So you can find us on YouTube. You can see us. I'm going to actually have to start combing my hair before episodes. So, yeah.
Eyebrows.
Which one? I'm not sure, but, and then new guests.
First of all, have you noticed how we've left them out of the picking on yet? I'm not sure if it's because they're management and I'm afraid, or we're just easing them in so they don't.
We're easing them. Well, first of all, I actually don't pick on people. That's only you. So don't say we. Say you have not been picking on them. I actually tend to raise people up and compliment them.
Just so you can bring them back down.
But I did notice that you haven't been ripping them down yet.
Yeah, I'm afraid to.
I kind of excited about it because it'll take a little bit of heat off me.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be the butt of.
That's what we're here for,
sure.
Mark.
Thank you.
Just helping you out.
I also noticed they do this weird thing with their mouths. They
Talk?
show their teeth, show their teeth
talk a
and stuff
lot.
like that.
Oh, I
in a
can do that.
non-threatening kind of way.
Smile.
I said in a non-threatening kind of way. Yeah, they look a lot happier than us.
Well, that's because it's their first day on the job officially, so they're not jaded like me. We're gonna have some new guests as well, so we have some good topics I think coming up for season 4. A little bit different feel. One thing that's coming back is the Healthy Minute, so the Healthy Minute's gonna stay. What else? Anything else new?
Oh, well, I mean, we'll get into it with this first episode.
Sure.
You know, this whole thing about, us and, living what we preach kind of stuff.
Yes. So, in healthcare, we're sometimes more focused on kind of reactive care where we want to cure someone, right? But really prevention is the key. So living a healthy lifestyle is so much more important than any kind of treatment that we could ever develop. So
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
yeah, we work with a metric system now,
Who
Mike.
said that?
So it'd be like a gram of prevention is worth a kilogram of.
Yeah, way to go, Canadians. Hey, who said that? Who can we attribute that quote to? Do you have your computer with you today, Andrew? Or are you like totally okay? Who came
brought
up
his
with
little
that ounce
computer.
of prevention with the pound of cure thing?
That might have been one of mine. I forget them. We'll see. It could be one of mine. So
100 years ago.
Whoa!
I mean, I think that's probably been around
Shots
for a long
fired.
time.
wow.
You just been lumped in with the old folk.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm the second oldest one now. Wow.
You,
All right.
you were always the second oldest one.
That's true. Gosh. I knew I wasn't as young as Ben, which by the way,
You
Ben
thought
couldn't
you
make
were
it
close
today.
in age to Ben.
Jeez. I kind of felt a little bit close. I didn't feel like I was
child.
close to Mike. Wow. It's awful.
All right, Andrew has just given me this,
Google
important. Shut up. Important update that quote, "An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure," was attributed to Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah.
The guy did everything.
Yeah.
So I thought it was him.
Yeah.
I
thought it was
just
me.
assume all good quotes come from Ben Franklin. Is
Yeah.
that not?
Well, he was the owner of a 5 and dime store, so I mean,
He was an apothecary apprentice for a
Right.
minute. He did
was
everything.
Yeah.
kind
So-
of like me.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah. We have a
You
lot
guys
of
look
You guys will
like-
probably go
similarities.
down in history
You're
similarly.
about the same
Well,
age.
I mean, we're classmates. I mean,
Yeah.
I was a few years
You
older.
were an upperclassman when you was
Yeah.
just getting started.
Yeah.
So when you as we're talking about wellness plans, there's a few kind of factors that go into a good wellness plan we're going to talk about, and then we're actually going to develop our own wellness plans, individualized wellness plans, and we're going to try to hold each other accountable. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but we're going to try to do that throughout season 4. And throughout season 4, we're going to give updates and seeing how we're doing on our wellness plans.
I'm going to bring in my dog training collar, and if you don't meet your goals, you're going to get a shock.
That is probably illegal. I'm not even sure that would be legal. I think that would be like
Well, I can't.
assault.
I don't think I can do that to students, but
Yeah.
I'm quite sure you can't do that to students.
I don't recommend it.
But maybe something.
Like some 1930s, 1940s things.
gosh, I miss those days.
So when you're going to start a wellness plan, it's obviously to increase your health, but health isn't just necessarily, your cardiovascular system or something like that. Health can be your mental health. It can be your social health. So I don't want to just limit it to I'm going to lose weight, because that's kind of the quintessential wellness plan. I'm going to lose weight.
Can
which
I
is
have
a terrible
can I have an antisocial health?
wellness. No. No.
I'm going to say no to
My-
two social
I
events
mean-
each week.
Now
For
that
the
could be
rest
part of
us,
your
maybe
work-life
we should
balance
let
plan.
Mike have an antisocial goal.
Right.
My goal is to hang out with fewer people more often.
Right.
Yeah, I
You
like
need to
it.
revisit the work-life balance episode. And then another hallmark feature is that you need to hold yourself accountable, and we're going to hold each other accountable. So if you can create a wellness plan with a friend or a partner or a spouse, whatever it is, and then hold each other accountable. How are you doing? Because we've all started some kind of plan, whether you knew it or not, and we've all probably just forgot about it. I don't know how many New Year's resolutions I had where I was going to become, a great whatever. And it never
Is this where I can, enter my, channel my inner Ben and say you were going to get swole?
Yeah, I was going to get swole. I never got swole.
Still have no idea why he says that. It just sounds stupid.
Yeah, I kind of like it, but
Yeah,
I'm younger, so I kind of identify with that. But if you're old and curmudgeon like you, then let's see. And then these wellness plans can be long or short term. I actually prefer a little bit more short term wellness plan because I feel like I can check it off, like I accomplished that. And it might be, this week I'm gonna, exercise 5 days a week or whatever it is, and then the next week reestablish a plan. But our wellness plan today is gonna be more long term because we want to look at it throughout season 4.
Sounds good. I mean,
you guys thinking in the back of your minds right now?
Unfortunately, I could stand to be healthier because unlike the rest of you kids, I've got a lot of disease states, and my morning routine right now consists of taking a breakfast full of pills every morning to manage all my conditions. So
I would figure out how many calories you're consuming with that.
I know. God, I probably have already eaten too much today.
All right. So another thing to kind of look at your wellness plan, another benchmark would be using SMART goals. And SMART is an acronym. Katie, you use SMART a lot, don't you?
I do, yeah.
I thought she used SNARK a lot.
I do that also.
Oh.
So they're not just intelligent goals. What does SMART stand for?
Yeah, so SMART is an acronym, like Mark said. So the S is for specific, so trying to be as specific as possible with your goal. The M is measurable. So you use the example of losing weight instead of just a goal to lose weight, maybe losing X number of pounds, so that you can measure and know when you've met that goal. The A can be for a few different things, but most often is achievable. So we want to set goals that challenge us and push us to be better. But also we don't want to set outrageous goals that we're never going to achieve, because
Mike being a nice guy.
Like Mike being nice, would be an unachievable goal. And so that, we're just setting him up for failure if we make that goal for him. Relevant. So thinking about kind of your bigger health goals, you want your individual SMART goals to be relevant to that. And then setting a time. So I want to do this, accomplish it by X date or for a certain amount of time. So again, trying to give yourself some metrics so that you know when you have met that goal.
See, that's funny because, in my world, the SMART acronym is stupid, meaningless, redundant, asinine, and tequila.
Mm-hmm. That spells smrat, everybody. So
all right, we'll just flip some letters. Hey, I'm doing this on the cuff, man.
Yeah, apparently. All right, so I think it's time. Wait, one other thing I wanted to mention is that these really need to be individualized. Yeah. So we had thought when we were talking behind the scenes that we could all kind of come up with something that we could all work towards. But that's just not really relevant. It just isn't, because we're all different. We all have different goals. We all have different idea of what makes us happy, especially Mike. I mean, really,
and the rest of us don't
really
need to be nicer people. We're already nice.
Right. So. And doing 200 push-ups to me is nothing, right? But Mike's never done a push-up in his life. So it's just very...
How often have you lifted a dinosaur off your dying friend? I mean, I would say probably never.
It's true. And you've done that a lot.
He's
we used to do that all the time.
Right. Push your stone-wheeled car to work every day.
God, if only we had wheels.
Slide down your dinosaur back. So who wants to go first? Mike, you sent your email
he has a
2 weeks
laundry
prior.
list of goals.
All
so
right.
let's go through your goals, and we're going to make sure that these are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Okay. And so I know my list sounds aggressive, but they're all tied back into
aggressive.
I'm young and aggressive, and Jimmy Buffett song or something like that. Yeah, impressive, aggressive, whatever.
Check.
So for me, I've got hypertension, I've got high cholesterol, I've been told I've got prediabetes, and I've got this Meniere's disease.
Okay.
And so all my goals kind of relate back into these. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I have to do for my Meniere's disease is to always watch out how much salt that I eat. And my neuro ENT has told me that I need to keep my salt intake under 2 grams a day.
That
Well,
helps
it's going to
your
help
blood
your
pressure
health.
too.
Yeah.
And that'll help my blood pressure, and that'll, go a long ways for those things. And so that's, in terms of improving my diet, I want to stick with it. I was really good at this for like the first 3 months, 4 months.
2 grams. That's not very much at all.
Oh no.
Wow.
And so I have to be really.
Some like prepackaged meals have a whole gram in them. Just
Oh, yeah.
for
Yeah.
I was
like
gonna say you
lunch.
basically can't do any fast food.
Well, I can.
Almost.
So I can tell you that a fish
Water.
fillet
Water.
sandwich
Bottle of water from
alone,
McDonald's.
fish fillet has 580 milligrams of salt. A Whopper Junior with no cheese, again, has about 580 milligrams of salt. So there are relatively few things. You would think something healthy like, oh, the veggie sandwich at Jimmy John's. Oh my gosh, bread is so high in salt, you wouldn't believe it.
That's why it's
and
delicious.
so I know.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. But
They
over
have an unwich. You could get a veggie unwich wrap.
yeah, those just suck. Yeah, when you take away the bread, then you're like, really, why'd I do this?
Well, even some of the meat substitutes have a lot of
Oh, they're high in salt.
very high salt.
And that's why later this season, I'm going to talk about, different forms of meat, actual meat and meat, not just protein, but actual protein from living organisms.
I'm looking forward to that episode. I want to try it. We're going to eat them, right?
Oh yeah, you're going to be eating everything. I can't tell you what we're doing.
We're using "we" very loosely
Oh,
across
no.
the table.
Oh, we're
today.
trying it. We're trying it.
Management has to be involved, otherwise we might go on strike.
Just
We're
don't tell me until
we'll
I'm done
supervise.
eating it.
Oh no, I won't. Don't worry. So I have to do the salt, and later this season, I figured I would do an update on my Meniere's, and I would talk about where the hidden salt is in a lot of different food products, and some things that you think are healthy, might be healthy from a calorie or fat standpoint, but have a ton of salt in them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my number one. My next exercise goal, and this is, maybe going to be my toughest, is to try to exercise 4 days a week, at least for 30 minutes. And, with my work schedule and then with my kids playing all different kinds of sports and doing all that, it's tough to find time. And then add on top of that, with my Meniere's disease, usually by the end of the day, I am just drained from trying to hear what people are saying, and just fight off some of the nausea from the vertigo and stuff like that, I'm just spent.
Sure.
And so this is going to be the hardest one for me, but the exercise is going to do a number of things. And I've created a plan that's going to help me, that's designed for somebody my age. So I'm not looking to build up bulk or anything like that. I'm trying
Not
to
gonna
work.
get swole.
Oh, dude, you can't get much more swole than this. Otherwise, I'd probably burst. Okay, quit laughing. I'm here. It hurts. But my exercise is going to work on strengthening my core and my balance, work on building my bone mass, because I do have low mineral density in my bones. And all of these things, it'll be both, a cardio and a weight bearing, because again, increasing blood flow to your head helps with some of the cognitive, aspects of getting older. And, I do have some early stages of cognitive impairment, not dementia yet, but cognitive impairment that's related to this Meniere's disease. So that's going to be important. One of the things that I'm going to be doing, as part of this exercising, is start to run more. I used to be a big runner, and I could easily run a 5K, in well under 30 minutes. And so I would like to be able to get back to that as part of my exercise goal.
Now, in the idea of being specific and measurable, is your goal to run a 5K or
Yes.
simply get into
No,
more
I
running?
will. I will run a 5K.
Okay.
In 30 minutes.
Yes.
Ooh, in 30 minutes.
I say in under.
In under 30 minutes.
So
29 minutes and 59 seconds.
That's
yeah.
fine.
yep. So that's my
I
goal.
don't think I could do that.
That's my goal. And then with all of this, I'm hoping that it cascades down, because I know that when I initially started tracking my food intake for salt, a lot of the things that came with it were portion sizes. I could eat a lot, but just not as much. And for me, the key thing is tracking what I eat. So I've got that Dash Diet app, and I can track my sodium. And when I do that, then that reduces my caloric intake as well. And so what I'm hoping then is over the course of the year to lose about 15 pounds, which will hopefully improve my blood pressure, help my cholesterol, which first of all, who the heck put the LDL goals down now at 55? I mean, that's just ridiculous. And
That could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
I've heard some cardiologists want your LDL to be 0.
they can kiss my.
I don't think that's even healthy.
Yeah.
So, and then I was also classified as pre-diabetic based on my hemoglobin A1C, which is one of the markers of blood glucose. And so all these wrapped together, I think can be achieved doing similar things.
I like it. So how are you going to kind of track some of these things? You had mentioned like you have some kind of chart or table for your sodium, but how are we going to know that you're meeting these goals?
I've got this thing called a scale, and I can weigh myself.
Okay.
I've also got this thing called a blood pressure cuff. All these things will dump into my app, and my phone will tell you.
Look at you.
I know.
I'm surprised you even knew what an app was. Yeah. That's what you get before your meal. Right?
I know. I was really disappointed when I found out that went on my phone.
Wow.
So
I figured it was like sticks and rocks outside or something. You were moving them and
Deli.
yeah.
15 pounds. You're not a big guy. I mean, that's aggressive.
Yeah.
No, trust me, it's not aggressive. I don't know where it all goes, but definitely it's there.
All right.
My healthy weight or normal weight should be about 15 pounds lighter, because when you do your calculation of BMI and they tell you if you're obese or not, I'm like borderline obese.
Yeah,
and you're
right.
like, what the?
Yeah.
So
I think they're getting away from that soon.
well, good.
The BMI calculator.
Yeah. Well, that was more not a part of the episode, but that really was based on like very fit people in the military, young fit people. But all right, Mike, that was a great goal. We're going to hold you to it. Before we get into our other goals, I think we should take and pause for the Healthy Minute. Let's pause for the Healthy Minute, brought to you by the Winery at Young Farms. Today's Healthy Minute is see your primary care provider. If you are under the age of 50, you should see your primary care provider every 2 to 3 years. If you are over the age of 50, like Mike, visits every year are recommended. Routine checkups are essential for early detection and prevention of health issues. Regular visits allow your doctor to monitor your overall health, manage any ongoing conditions, and catch potential problems before they become serious. Even if you feel healthy, these visits are an opportunity to discuss any concerns, update vaccinations, and receive personalized advice on lifestyle choices that support your well-being. Make your health a priority by scheduling regular appointments with your doctor. It's a proactive step that can make a significant difference in your quality of life. That was the Healthy Minute, brought to you by the Winery at Young Farms in Mecosta, Michigan. Please visit www.thewineryatyoungfarms.com for more information. Now, back to the Health Deli.
An interesting thing with that, first, I go to a geriatrician. Secondly, about 30 to 40% of individuals in the United States do not have a primary care provider. And most of those are you younger people who don't have all the disease states I have. And so that's good advice. Get one while you're young.
Yeah, maybe that should have been the Healthy Minute, is get a primary care provider.
Why don't you run these by me first before you open your mouth?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, that's about a bad idea.
All right, so who wants to go next?
I can go next. I have a much shorter list of goals than Mike.
Because you're younger and
Because
healthier.
I have a shorter list of chronic health conditions. Although I do
you want some
also
of mine?
have
Being
high
Mike's
blood
friend
pressure.
is one of your chronic conditions.
Full disclosure, I do have high blood pressure. I am on medication. Probably my goal should be to get off the medication, but maybe that's a season 5 goal.
Oh,
We'll
there you
see.
go.
Wow, she's
So,
being optimistic. Season
it is.
5.
Oh,
Whoa.
It's a good point. Optimism is something else I'm working on for this season. So I am admittedly not good at tracking things. So I should also be on a low sodium diet, but it's a lot of work. I'm not to the point of paying attention and keeping track. So I'm a Fitbit wearer. And so I'm going to get back to my step goals for season 4. So my goal is at least 5,000 steps a day, which is very achievable most days. I will say on Saturday, it was a rainy day. I had a good book. I didn't move off my couch very much. And so making sure that I'm getting up and getting at least 5,000 steps a day. And then I want 50,000 steps a week. So exceeding that, right? That
So
math works out, right?
you'd be binge walking on Sundays. Is binge walking healthy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I binge walked one day last week because I felt like I hadn't moved enough, and so I went for a 5.5 mile walk, and it was great. Yeah.
Where were you going?
Yeah, we'll bleep that out.
That's a long. That is a long walk.
Turn off Mike's channel for a minute there. Yeah, it was a long walk, but you know what? I had a good book in my ear, and it was a beautiful day, and it was great.
See, I don't need books. I just hear voices.
Yeah,
And
as long as they're friendly voices.
so I am not one that monitors my steps, but somebody
Yeah.
told me you could look at my phone. I just did.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much
But
on
you have
every
to-
iPhone, right? That.
Yeah, but you have to carry your phone everywhere you go in order for that to capture.
Oh.
You know what
okay.
I mean? So that's
Which
the
I
downside
think
of
I
that.
do. So it's probably pretty close.
Mine's like hardly ever on me.
Oh, sure.
So many times I don't have pockets.
Yeah.
It's a girl problem.
Apparently. I don't think I own. Well, I guess I would own garments without pockets, but very few.
Yeah.
I don't have
Said-
pants
he
without
said garments.
pockets.
He said garments.
I said garments.
You
I know.
heard it.
What?
I was
He's
laughing
young,
at the
it's fine.
garments.
Hey, my average step is over 5,000.
Feel
Yeah.
old.
That's because I'm chasing kids and dogs around,
Gosh, let me look now.
running from the dinosaurs.
It's probably
and-
bad.
I don't know.
Wow, look at that. There's so much.
Actually, I don't have my phone in my pocket a lot either because when I'm doing something, I usually don't want to be bothered.
Right.
Yeah, my phone tells me I only slept 7, almost 8 hours last night. I need at least 12. Wow, there's a lot
Add
of
it to your list of goals.
There's a lot of information
There
here.
is a lot of information.
Now I'm scared what my phone knows.
Where are you looking?
Under this,
Health. Okay.
So over the last year, I've averaged 10,000 steps a day.
Wow.
Wow. Good job, Mark.
is great.
9,898.
There's the truth.
but you do. I just looked at your graph, and there's a lot of binge walking going on in there. Like
Oh,
when
there's a
you're-
few I went
when
over
you're
20,000.
hunting, when you're hunting, and when you're in the fields. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, for sure.
So we call you an anomaly, not an anemone, because that's an undersea creature. An anomaly is just.
But in the last 7 days, I'm down. So whatever.
yeah.
So is that your goal now?
That's my goal.
If you miss one day, are you not making your goal then?
Well, that would be disappointing, but anytime we have a goal, that's like saying if Mike eats 2.1 grams of sodium a day, is he a failure? No, we can't think about that.
exactly.
Right?
So if you text me and tell me I'm a failure later today,
I might do that just because.
thank you.
It has nothing to do with your goal, but
Yeah. So yes, that's and if I miss it one day, I try to make up for it the next day, and that's why I also added that weekly goal on top of my daily goal.
right. So it's important not to get like bogged down. Like, I want to do 100 push-ups every day, and today I didn't, and now I'm just done.
right.
Keep on keeping on. Right.
Every
Yeah.
day's a new day.
That's right.
We are so inspiring today.
All right. So I'm going to talk about mine because I know Michelle's is going to be amazing. I really don't know that, but I'm hoping. I just didn't want to go last. So.
We gotta get Andrew's goal too.
Oh, we'll make
Andrew's
Andrew
gonna
go
go
last. So I'm still going next though. So I must say I want to lose weight now.
nope. You've already
No.
made excuses for this.
That is
and,
not a
and
smart
no,
goal.
season 3
Not a
does
smart
not
goal.
count.
Not a smart
Season
goal.
3 does not count.
I have to bring it up.
No,
though.
you don't.
Yes, I do because
No.
it makes me feel good.
Nope. I don't want to make you feel good.
So I had a canary in the mine shaft moment. As I was teaching in class, I was walking in front of the podium and the camera wasn't working. So they had like a temporary camera on the podium. And there's a big room with 6 screens that all have projectors showing this camera image. And I saw some students laughing, and I looked up at the screen, and I was standing in front of the podium, and it was completely obscured by my gut hanging over my belt. You couldn't see anything but my gut. And I looked at it, and I was disappointed in myself.
Did you start crying in class?
I stopped class and had to say, like, this is unacceptable. So I went home. I didn't routinely weigh myself. I didn't have any kind of diet, anything. So I weighed myself. I was 213 pounds. So I started.
Okay, but you do carry it well because you're tall.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, that's the
I
only
was
nice
waiting.
thing I was going to
waiting.
say.
I was waiting for something.
I was trying to be nice.
Mike said a nice thing.
Yeah.
It's season 4. He's
It just-
actually said something nice to me.
It does not feel right. So, you know,
So I started losing weight, and this morning I weighed myself. I'm 192.
Well, that sucks. You lost all that weight in season 3.
Yes, but I'm still not at my goal. So I would like to, by the end of season 4, be at 185. That would be my, depending on which calculator you use, I'm using the one that returns the highest number. But that would be my ideal body weight for my age. So I'm going to do that by counting calories. My caloric intake was off the charts. When I started my diet, my weight loss journey, I was consuming at minimum 4,000 calories every single day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I've dialed that back.
You're not an Olympic athlete. No. You're not at your prime.
Right. So I ended up taking a goal of 2,000 calories a day to lose weight. So that's under my
running at a
goal.
deficit there. Yeah.
Right. I'm running at a deficit, but it's crept back up because I haven't been accountable. I kind of quit weighing myself, all that. So now I'm going to be more accountable. I'm going to try to be at that 2,000 goal every day. But my overall goal is to be at 185 pounds by the end of the season. And I'll keep you updates. That's not my only goal. That's one of my goals. The other one is to work out 30 minutes each morning, 3 days a week. So not every morning, 3 days a week in the morning. My wife works out every single day, 7 days a week, for at least 30 minutes in the morning. So I'm going to go down there and in the basement and help and work out with her. So if she'll let me.
Help her work out.
Well,
Does Abby know about this yet?
Abby, can I watch? That doesn't count as working out, Mark.
So this, full disclosure, this is a long time ago, but my wife was training for a triathlon. I've never done a triathlon. I have no interest in it. And one of her things was open water swimming. And we have a pontoon boat. We did then. So we had the pontoon boat on a lake that was very large, and so she could swim across and back, and that was her mileage she needed. It's dangerous, though, swimming in open water when there's boaters. Yeah. So I would have to drive the pontoon boat right next to her for safety.
How many times did you run her over?
Never did I ever do it. But I'd have my adult beverage in the pontoon boat, maybe light up a cigar, and and that was my contributing to it.
I'm glad you were paying attention to what you were doing.
I was. No, but it made me feel very.
Yeah, it made you feel good.
No, it made me feel very terrible actually, because she's doing all of this great exercise and I'm just like sitting on a pontoon boat going at the speed of smell. But I'm getting better. And then this other one, I guess it's going to be pretty easy to measure, but I'm not going to use the elevator in my office anymore. In my office building.
I was going to say, you've got an elevator in your office? How many floors do you have in your office?
It's a big office. It actually is
our
a big
listeners
office.
are aware, Mark's office is on the second floor.
Third floor.
Oh, yeah, you are on the third floor.
I'm on the third floor. But I don't know why I started using the elevator, and it's become a habit.
So many people do.
Yeah. And so I'm not going to use it unless I have I'm carrying packages. Sure. I have a dolly or something like that. That would really necessitate.
Keep you accountable.
Can put them on the elevator.
Do that. I appreciate it. Please
push
do that.
the button and then run up the stairs
there you go.
and meet the elevator when it gets to the top.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that's a good reason to
This
not.
sounds like a fun game to try to catch the elevator for you.
Maybe you guys would like to incorporate that in your wellness goals.
I don't usually ever take the elevator.
I don't ever take the elevator.
Oh, really? I thought it was just screwing with Mark was our health goal. I mean, I'm like, that's awesome. Let's do it.
No, Mike called me out on it one day because I was walking on the second floor, going to the first floor, and he was taking the stairs. I just instinctively pressed the elevator button. And he's like, seriously, you're taking the elevator? We're just going down one flight of stairs? Like,
Yeah.
Wow, that's terrible. You're right. So that's my goals. I think they're all specific, measurable, achievable. I think so, and time bound and relevant. So
Nice. Sound good. We shouldn't have saved me for last. I just have complete
we have Andrew
150.
last. Andrew
Yeah.
last.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
Still here.
Andrew's still there.
Do you want to go last?
No, I don't need to be saved for last.
We just can't hear him,
No.
out of ear, out of mind.
Yeah. I just have one goal for this year is just to complete 150 minutes of exercise every single week.
Okay. Are you going to have a chart then?
I don't know. I
mean,
guess
this isn't
I'm gonna,
continuous, right? You're talking, you can break it up however you want.
Yeah, each week. Yeah, no, I'm not doing 150 minutes at once, Mark.
On Sunday.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Get it out of the way.
I guess I could have some rough
Exercise.
Oh, come on.
Sundays.
That's only 21.4285714 minutes per day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
That's
a
reasonable.
ton. Yeah.
How much do you exercise now?
Wait, what was your goal? 30 minutes, 5 days a week? How much is that?
I have no idea.
150?
No,
120.
I was just doing the math for.
No, I mean, I like most days will walk the dog, which is 20 minutes. And then, so then when I walk the dog, then I usually don't do
Isn't that
another workout.
That's a yo-yo trick, right? When you walk the dog.
I can do that.
I have a
yo-yo
real
trick.
dog.
Yeah.
Real
Her
dog.
dog also
Fuzzy
has
dog.
real energy. So
Yeah, so it's good
It's
for
not a
all of us
leisurely
for us
stroll.
to walk.
So
Yeah.
this is an increase of your normal, though, is what I'm trying to get at.
I guess I go in spurts. Like I have plenty of weeks that I get like 7 days a week almost. And then I go through spurts of not getting any, once school starts and have a lot of really busy times.
So it's more about being intentional with it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And the intensity.
consistent.
Yeah, consistent. So, I mean, for some weeks it'll be less than what I normally do, but there'll be other weeks that I don't get those in. So it's just making sure that I get those
that in.
minutes in.
To be classified as sedentary, how many minutes a week do you have to exercise?
To not be sedentary? I thought it was
Sedent-
150.
No,
Was-
I want to be. I am pretty sure I'm classified as sedentary, like ultra sedentary, because I think I get about 0 minutes of exercise a week at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what your definition, because I walk a lot, but not necessarily intentionally. And
Not
like
enough
my
to get your
workout,
heart rate up.
I'm going to do, sit-ups, push-ups, that kind of stuff where I am trying to build some mass. So I think it depends on what.
So the rest of your body
classify.
catches up with your head.
Yeah, because my head is strong and well developed. So, jeez, builds me up, tears me down. Build me up, tear me down.
Well, I mean, Michelle's again seems
Reasonable, I think,
achievable, measurable.
This is part of that kind of accountability piece that you need someone else to kind of look at your goal and maybe offer feedback. If you said you were going to lose 2 pounds, I would have said, Mike, that's achievable, but
That just sounds
is
like
that
a,
enough?
just
that
skip
sounds like a
dinner.
regular morning to me.
Right. Yeah. Jeez. You're not right.
So another interesting thing about goals is that research shows that you're more likely to achieve your goal. So the accountability for sure, but also if you write your goal down versus just thinking it in your head. So that's the other thing that I know some of us have emailed each other. Mark's been taking notes very vigorously
He's
over
just
there.
been drawing stick people.
Chicken scratch.
So I can't read any of them, but it's
fine.
writing. So do we need to write it down on a sticky note, stick it on the mirror, whatever? But more likely,
Andrew has them.
has notes also.
He's got it written down.
All right,
He
Andrew.
wrote down all of our goals for us.
Come on over here. This is going to be a Deli first. Andrew is going to be
You're gonna
on
find
camera.
out what Andrew looks like.
He's going to break YouTube. This will break
my
YouTube.
goodness. I'm going to steal Mike's mic.
Oh,
Okay.
Andrew, that's what you
Hi.
look like.
Yeah. Hi. All right.
You smell a lot better than Mike.
Not all of them are very measurable, but I want to lose 15 pounds also.
Okay.
I noticed in some videos.
I only have 7 to lose, but thanks.
We produce videos, of the faculty and
camera
other
is
people all the
unkind.
time. So
Yeah.
I see my gut as well. That's definitely, even though I'm skinny like Mike is skinny, I want to lose about 15 pounds. So that's measurable. I want to drastically cut down on sugar.
Okay.
I love candy. So I don't want to cut it out completely. So my son and I have kind of done this health challenge thing over the past month. And one thing we did was we each got 4 coupons for the month.
Okay.
And those coupons basically allowed us to have a free meal. So,
Okay.
kind of like a free day, right, on traditional diet. So you can have a cheat day. So that's what I want to do with that. To have coupons for those, and then as far as exercise go, I've got an iPhone watch. So I would like to close.
Wait, an iPhone watch.
Sorry, what is it called?
This is our
I
technical.
think they call it an Apple Watch.
Yeah, Apple Watch. That's the one.
And you're the tech guy?
He's the tech
He
guy.
is the tech guy. Yeah.
I'm nervous on camera, man. All right, so.
Is that a Nextel in your pocket?
The chirp, yeah. I had one of those when I was right out of high school. So I want to close my rings
Mike had
every
one.
day.
He got one as a retirement gift.
There's 3 rings on my watch, and I want to close them every day. And I just looked them up. One of them is the move ring, one of them is the exercise ring, and the other is the stand ring.
Is there a
So wait a minute. I am not familiar at all. I don't
No.
have an Apple Watch. My
Sure.
watch does one thing. It tells time. So what's the stand? I mean, does that mean you're standing around?
You have to stand once every hour for 12 hours
Yeah.
to close the ring.
Oh, I see.
So, I mean, it's kind of like when you
versus
set up that
sitting.
meeting.
Because I see as standing as completely sedentary, but it's versus sitting. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. It's basically get up and move your butt if you've been sitting
gotcha.
for too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think those are attainable. We're going to hold you to them.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
Very
I think you could make
Yes.
your sugar cutting down a little bit more specific and measurable. So like how many servings, how many pieces of candy can you have in a week
With your coupon.
with your coupons?
Yeah, how many coupons
Did
are
you
you
just
giving
call
yourself?
it with your coupon?
Yeah, he said coupon.
4 per month
So
is
you
his
can
number.
only eat candy 4 times per
And
month.
if you're outside of that, you got to report back.
But can you binge eat the candy on those
yeah,
days?
how many pieces of candy do you
Oh,
get
he
with a coupon?
can.
As much as he
The
wants.
whole day.
He ate his
As
whole
much as you
week
can
of serving in one time.
One meal.
Wait
One
until
meal,
the day
so.
after Halloween. That dude is going to the store, getting all the
Ham.
50% off candy and just bagging it.
You're right. We do have Halloween coming up and Thanksgiving,
Yeah, no.
Christmas,
It's a rough season.
New Year's. This is going to be a rough season.
Yeah, it's tough for me with candy because I justify that to myself because it's usually low fat and
Right.
low salt. So in my little world, candy is a health
bears.
food.
See, and I'm terrible about sodium. I'm the other way. Like, I think of a big meal as being healthy because I'm not going to snack now because candy's my vice. So.
And then you take a nap and you become sedentary and you don't exercise.
I eat a meal that's 1,800 calories, and I'm thinking, oh, that's gonna. Well, it doesn't last me. I still snack, and not anymore. I'm getting better. So hold me to it. All right. Well, we've developed some amazing goals. Hopefully, we can be.
Let's pretend.
healthier.
Let's make up Ben's goals for him. Since he's not here, do you think can we do that?
I don't know why not.
All right.
They're managers. They're going to tell us
yeah,
if we can't.
yeah. Tell us we can.
No, don't ask.
Okay.
They'll just tell us if
All
we
right.
can't.
So Ben should have to walk at least 10,000 steps a day.
5 days a week or 7?
Oh, at least yeah. We'll give him
7's pretty tough.
Yeah,
really,
we'll do that for 5 days a
Takes
week.
5 days a week,
Because
10,000 steps a day.
he works in a hospital and stuff like that, so
Yeah,
he
that
should
should
be
be easy.
rounding and all that kind of stuff. So
Taking the
okay,
stairs.
somebody write this down: 10,000 steps a day.
I think they do table rounds though.
Yeah, I also work in a hospital, and I set my goal at 5,000 steps a day. So
That's okay. These are Ben's goals.
Okay.
Don't judge his.
He's younger
Don't
than
judge
I
his
am.
goals. Yeah.
I don't even have a goal about steps, and I'm at 10,000 a day. I feel like Ben should be able to do it. I'm a lot older than
Yeah.
Ben.
So okay,
That's just my normal walking around.
He's got to do that. What else should Ben be able to do?
Well, you want him to gain weight.
Oh yeah, he needs to gain
He
some
doesn't
weight.
need a weight loss goal, but
No.
maybe some kind of a building.
I was
Body
gonna say,
mass.
Mass.
Does he need to increase his protein intake? I don't know what.
I don't know what his diet looks like.
I don't either.
I mean,
Well, I think just a workout,
that's a stiff breeze. That boy blows over.
weight bearing exercise.
Yeah.
30 minutes,
And I don't care how he gets it. He just needs to
but it needs to be
Does
measurable.
he need
though.
to find the 15, 15, and 7 that you all are planning to lose this season?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
could
should.
work.
He
Could
could
work.
take
Imagine
it.
Ben with a gut.
Ben with a gut.
Just a minute. Looks a lot like me.
Now imagine Ben with our hair.
I just want to imagine myself with hair.
All right.
right.
So we got some steps.
10,000 steps.
we think
I'm going
that
to
he
say
needs to-
weight bearing exercise.
weight-bearing exercise.
3 days a week. Let's just say 3 days.
Okay, 3 days a week. I think he needs to try normal forms of protein.
I think he needs to drink less beer.
I don't think he drinks that much beer.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he talked a lot about drinking beer.
Yeah, I've been out
I don't
with
I
him.
think
picture
that was
it.
Mike.
That's probably
I
Mike.
thought he liked
Yeah.
craft beer.
Mike probably drinks Ben's beers
Yeah, I
when
drink
Ben
it.
orders them.
Yeah, that could be too. You ladies, what do you think? Andrew, what do you think? One more goal for Ben. Is he done growing? Because otherwise we could have him grow another inch.
Well,
but-
he's similar age to Mark, so
He was
Are you done?
way back. Thank you for that, Michelle. I know I know you
She
were
can't-
joking,
She
but we
can't
are
say it with a
similar.
straight face. I mean,
No, he had talked about sleep
Oh.
being one of his.
I think he's a gamer.
Things.
He probably games
Yeah.
all night. And
I'm going to say that he gets at least 7 hours of sleep every night.
okay. So,
Pretty cool.
God, I want his goals. Gain weight,
I mean,
sleep
you-
more.
Prioritize sleep to 7 hours.
I would like him to also get at least one comorbid disease state.
Wow.
He should at least be pre-diabetic or have hypertension or high cholesterol or something. Come on.
We could have a companion podcast, The Unhealthy Deli. You'd probably get more views. All right, let's wrap it up. I'm ready to go home. I got to work out. I got to get a nice healthy meal and work on my wellness plan. Thanks for stopping by the Health Deli. Come on back to learn about specials, ask questions, or just to say hello. We are open 24/7 at thehealthdeli.com or follow us on social media at The Health Deli to get alerts about fresh topics. As always, we want to give a special thank you to Andrew Tingley and the students in the Ferris State University Television and Digital Media Production Program. Until next time, so long from the Health Deli, where the topics are tasty, the takes are fresh, and the discussion is free.
Sorry. I don't know what's going on with my iPad, but I'm just like sucking out power. My iPhone watch.
I wasn't going to call you out because I didn't know. I'm like, God, I thought that seems weird that they call it an iPhone watch.
I just picture my mom like trying to answer the phone on her. Like this is how she uses her iPhone watch to answer phone calls and stuff.
I can't believe your mom has an iPhone watch. My parents still have flip phones.
Running around.
All right.
I don't know where you're going to cut that one off.